Hey friends, welcome back to the Texas music scene. Here now some more on Jeff Crosby's musical journey of late. This Idaho native heartland rocker continued churning out more music with a string of single releases during 2021 and 2022. Leading up to his sixth full-length album called Waitin on a Miracle. We caught back up with Jeff before a show in Fort Worth, Texas at the Magnolia Motor Lounge.
If I've learned anything, there's nowhere with this greener grasses here with you at home.
I had a bunch of songs that didn't quite make North Star that I really liked. So I already kind of had in my head I wanted to start chipping away at those anyway. Yeah, we did 6 or 7 singles, but the way that they were cut, I didn't really have an album in mind, and it was just kind of using our time trying to be productive when we had all this time off. Pretty excited about them. It's a bunch of stuff. It's like a bit of a vanity project. I still had a really good time cutting this. And there's songs that meant a lot to me. I still wanted to record.
Every time I close my eyes, I'm back at 83615 and running free.
So Running Free is a song that we cut between Portland, Oregon and Austin, Texas at Jonathan Tyler's studio in South Austin. And I hit Jonathan up and said, hey man, I got this tune and it would be perfect to have Cody from Reckless play some fiddle on this. Is there any way, I don't know if you guys are doing what we're doing, but we're all just kind of twiddling our thumbs here. And he said, oh man, we'd love to, I'm way down, I'll call Cody up. He and Cody just got all weird with it. They did way more than I expected. It came back mandolin all over and fiddle, and I just totally lit the song up. So I thought the song was almost done. I was like, man, it would be nice to have a little fiddle in there. And then Cody had added all these mandolin riffs. He's just he's got such a good touch.
Still tell myself that the shoe wouldn't fit, but I watch her laugh from across the room.
Jonathan's vibe too. He has such a great ear. The next morning he goes, man, we went a little crazy. If you don't like it, we can take it all off. And I was like, what is this? What's this gonna mean? I was like, oh yeah, I'll give it a listen, man. And he added this glockenspiel thing. And it was so funny because when I first heard it, I was like, whoa, it wasn't not what I heard in my head. But then once it was there, we took it away, and then I missed it. And it's kind of part of his genius, I didn't know it needed it, but once I heard it with it, I couldn't not hear it with it. Wasn't seeing glockenspiel in the tune in the beginning, but that's Jonathan's. He's just a genius, man.
Is it un-American? You can only believe in the dream when you're sleeping.
That song, I just heard 2 guys arguing at a bar during the pandemic. One of the guys kept saying that, it's just not American, it's not American. He kept saying, they're throughout the argument. And it just stuck in my head. I woke up the next morning and I just kept hearing this ongoing argument. And it was so funny because they both had completely different opinions. And we're both yelling at each other about who was more un-American, I suppose. I didn't want to make a song that was political, really, and I think that the title definitely alludes to that immediately. It was more of an observation of a couple arguing about politics. I didn't want to have the song be political at all. Yeah, we just kind of ran with that Mellencamp vibe too, just that chunky 3 chords. There's a quick bridge, but mostly it just does this 3 chords the whole time, and it's just nasty guitars and kind of this choppy drum beat. And the drummer, Greg Williams, the producer drummer, he came up with that groove, and we just ran with it. It's just it's like my favorite track of all those because it's kind of a departure from all my other stuff in the sense that it's just I definitely didn't overthink it. It's just like, let's just do the tune. 3 chords of the truth, man. Let's just do let's not overdo this.
I got another day tomorrow in these mountains all alone, in the forest running wild, wind would whisper as it blows. I spent my time here as a child in Idaho.
Yeah, so Idaho, or it was called Where I'm From. I wrote that when I was 18 years old, and it was our anthem in Idaho, or it still is. It's a big hit in Idaho. For some reason, it really didn't take off anywhere else. I don't know why. When I was in Nashville, I was still living there, and Reckless Kelly was in town, and they were playing the Grand Ole Opry. I texted Willy, and I said, hey man, I don't know what time you guys gotta do sound check, but it would be so awesome if you guys could pop by the studio. Like, I just wanna do like a one take of this tune, and if you're game, it'd be really cool if you could sing a verse. You guys being fellow Idahoans, I was like, I just feel like this might be the perfect time to cut this tune and maybe get the version, you know? They swung by, we got there about 11 in the morning, and wrote out the words for Willy for the second verse. And we cut it one take. You know, we just did it live in the room. They're a big part of Idaho and the music scene there, and I just thought it was really cool to get them on that song because that song's been a huge part of our, I guess, you know, coming up.
Always wondered what it'd be like, get a taste of that city life. When I got there, it seemed so clear to me. I had to trade in all these buildings for old pine trees.
I love having, you know, kind of having those guys on speed dial. They all have like really unique, different, you know, qualities. They're pretty different writers individually. Testing the waters. It's nice to have a couple parts, you know, and like, guys, I'm just not quite, this one's not coming together. I don't know what it is, but I think there's something here though. It's always love to kind of Hail Mary it over there. And hey, you guys get something sweet, if not, whatever. But I have a lot of half-finished ideas and, you know, even stuff that's not even a song, like I want to write about this and here's the chorus, you know. And hey, if anything hits you, man, you know, let me know. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of tunes done that way. It's been nice.
Oh, Idaho, Idaho.